I'd like this start for us to be a bit interactive. So if you feel comfortable jumping on the screen with me so I can see you, I was against online all the way up until, last year and a half. And then I became almost addicted to it because it was my chance to hang out with humans, like real humans, as real as I could get. So if you feel comfortable jumping in the screen, and if no, there is another way you can interact with me. If you're in your computer at home, you're going to notice at the very bottom on your Zoom screen, right there on the screen where you used to enter Zoom, near the place where it says leave meeting, there is 3 dots that say more. And then next to it, if you hover your mouse on top, there is a small section that it has a happy face with a plus mark on the head, and it says reactions. So I'd like you to try giving me a thumbs up. I'm going to do it right now. Thumbs up. Perfect. I got one from Rodrigo, from Karen. Perfect. Luis, did you find your thumbs up? Perfect. Oh, fantastic. Again, so that works good. Whether that is in person, that you're actually using your hand to give me your thumbs up. Yes, I like that. Or you can use the reactions button. Now, there is, you don't right away see the thumbs down. You can scroll down and find it if you press the 3 dots. But if you want another quick access one, I think it's going to give you a little surprise face. So you're going to see it like, oh, yes, excellent. So we can use those too. So the first thing I'd like, because this is me getting a chance to know you better, what your needs are, what your interests are, why you're here. What was it about this seminar that intrigued you? And so I'd like to start with 4 questions that are going to earn you a red point. Let's put it that way. So who here have you meditated in any way or form, whether you have done it right, whether you think you have done it wrong? If you have meditated, give me the thumbs up. And if no, give me any other sign. Perfect. Okay, good. Fantastic. So that earns you a red point. Count 1 for yourself. Now, who here finds it easy to meditate? If you find it easy to meditate, use the thumbs up. If no, use any other emoji or facial expression. Okay, good. Oh, I see. Perfect. So you don't get any point, but this is, I love it. Very important piece of information for myself. Now, I think I know the answer to this, but just in case, do you here with me? Are you confident enough in meditating, in any form of meditating? Because there could be many ways of doing it, but are you confident enough in one way of meditation that you could actually teach it to someone else? Maybe your best friend, maybe your brother, maybe your spouse, someone that is struggling and says, hey, do you know a good form of meditation? Can you teach it to me? So if you feel confident that you can teach any form of meditation, just give me thumbs up or give someone a good idea of how they can do it. And if no, choose your emoji, choose your facial expression. Okay, good. Rodrigo, I like it. Okay. Oh, I see a sad face. I see a surprise face. Okay. Very sad faces. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm here. And we're going to tackle that. Okay. Now, one more question for red points. And who here actually likes to meditate, enjoys meditation? So again, give me thumbs up if that's the case. If no, choose your facial expression. I want to get to know what kind of, most value I can bring to you. Okay, I get a thumbs up. Okay, good, perfect. Thank you. And thank you, Bailey. I think you just joined in, so welcome. Thank you. Yes, this is an interactive activity with the emojis. All right, now let's go into the blue points. Like in the Matrix, you take the red pill, the blue pill. That's kind of what I was going for. So now 4 questions, and these are on the flip side. So who here has tried and failed? If you have tried and failed, give me a thumbs up. Tried to meditate and fail, or for the most part, feel like it's tricky to win. Perfect. Okay, good. Second question, who here finds it frustrating? If you find meditation frustrating for the most part, it could be because you don't understand it, because you can't feel anything, because you can't see anything. Okay, good. Excellent. And who here doesn't know if they're doing it right? Do you know if you're, and has that question for yourself? Okay, good. Last question, and be honest with me. Who here does not like to meditate? If you do not like to meditate, give me the thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Okay. You know, this is fantastic because in order for my presentation to be successful, I actually need strong representatives on the two sides of meditation. So people that have tried it, people that somewhat enjoyed it, or at least you have some interest, or you haven't given up on it. But also, you know, if you're being honest, it's frustrating, you don't like it, and you probably are about to give up on it, even though everybody and everything else outside right now is telling you to meditate because it's one of the best things you can do right now. And well, that can get overwhelming. So I am here to help. And you're the one that's going to let me know at the end of the seminar if this was actually of help to you. You get to grade me and assess me. Okay, so the grounding blueprint, it's actually a map. It's the most simplified version of how you can learn something. So I captured the main elements of meditation and grounding. And we're going to go into definitions as to expand, you know, what that means, but not because I'm telling you it means that, but because you have crossed paths with those definitions. And based on your experience when you have attempted to meditate, that has been the case. Right now, I'm going to share my screen. Let me make sure that works okay. Share my screen, okay. And I'm going to, perfect, I think you can see my screen there. I'm going to share the video of the grounding meditation, the inspiration behind the grounding blueprint. This project, I started it in December, and I actually ran a research group of meditators. They ranged from beginners, they've never meditated, to very advanced, the kind of people that see things and can manifest through meditation. And so I'm going to play with you the video of what was the inspiration, what was the reason behind me wanting or being inspired to do this project. Okay, I'm gonna play here. And hola. This video is to thank you for your interest in joining me in this scouting adventure. And I call it a scouting adventure because anytime you close your eyes with curiosity to learn more about yourself, the universe around you, energy, consciousness, that puts you in a vortex, a sort of like a doorway into an infinity. And anytime you take your consciousness there, your mind expands because that place transcends the three-dimensional reality, the limited three-dimensional reality of matter, time, and energy that we are very familiar with. What inspired me to create this project was basically the question of what do I do when I meditate, or what to do to meditate, or what do I do to clear my energy and ground myself. And so if you have some experience with meditation, or if you don't worry, that still makes you a perfect candidate as long as you have interest in growing and expanding in your awareness of energy and consciousness. I can tell you a bit about my findings. I've been meditating since earlier than the age of 10, as far as I can remember. And it is, I can tell you, consistently all the way up until now. And I can tell you it's very tricky. It is very easy to get bored or lost, especially if you don't know what to do with a meditation, if you're not being guided on what to do. It's also sometimes hard to quiet your mind enough to enter a deep, profound state of insightfulness and relaxation. And most of the times, you don't know if you're doing it right or wrong. So that can be quite frustrating.
Now, I've noticed that there are in some of the most powerful grounding, meditation, and energy clearing practices that I've explored throughout my life. I noticed that there are reoccurring patterns in some of those that are the most successful that I have experienced. So what I've done is I've collected those elements, those reoccurring elements, and put them in this blueprint that you now have with you. So why do I want you to give this a go? Is if you had interest when I posted my invitation, I have a feeling you might find some answers to profound questions that you've been asking yourself as you practice this blueprint. And why I'd like to invite you to do it with me is because I have been collecting information through this blueprint in that infinity. And at this moment, I'd like to cross-reference it with your findings. If you believe in divine guidance, I've been guided right now, nudged into sharing this. I have a feeling it might be a very powerful tool in the years to come for those people invested in exploring their energy, consciousness, and raising vibration. And I'm not sure if this is going to evolve into a community, a book, or a new book, or a course. But this is where you and I journeying this together might help me find out more about what the universe is trying to tell me. So thank you for accepting my invitation. And I look forward to what you and I can find in the next several days of practicing this blueprint. Thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. So that was the video that I posted out to invite a research group. And what you're going to get is, I'm going to tell you some of the findings from the research group, but I am also going to personalize the blueprint specific to what's going on right now. Like, it is an important moment where if you can keep it simple and powerful, it's going to be of great value to you, especially on a world that continues to change and throw, the certain unexpected challenges. Some of them are unexpected. So that's where we are starting with this. Okay, now, like I said in the video, I'm going to be straightforward with you. My story in meditation is I am a natural at it. When you see someone just rocking it at sports, they didn't even try. They didn't even did soccer when they were kids, and they are amazing. They just kick the ball. Or at school, when someone was just a natural at math, and you could spend 3 whole days studying for the test and barely get, a C-, and someone didn't study, they got an A+. So that was me. I was so good at meditation that anytime I had a teacher, because I kept educating myself in different ways or forms. Anytime I had a teacher, I actually challenged my teachers, and it wasn't good. I couldn't stay for a teacher or in a certain discipline for too long because I would get bored. I would find other ways to do it. And I became so good that I actually started inventing my own meditations and playing with that, like doing research, keeping journals, also my hypnosis tracks. And, so you name it. If you wanted to release negative emotions, if you wanted to plant seeds and manifest things in your life, connect with Mother Earth, open your chakra, I had it. I could put together a fantastic, exciting, and hopefully fun meditation. So that was me. My problem was that meditation wasn't actually trendy. So if I went around talking to people about what I did with my meditations, what I saw or heard in my meditations, but I wanted to talk to people in the personal training world, especially to my clients, because I wanted to share with them how powerful the discipline could be. But, the problem was people looked at me really weird. And sometimes they asked me questions like, well, what kind of drugs are you on? And, it was frustrating because I wanted to share from my heart something that was really good, but I was met with blank stares and not so nice comments, to put it that way. But now it seems that meditation is trendy, especially you know, I have, honestly, I have lost count. I don't know if we're in the third or the fourth lockdown. Maybe you're in an area that you're not in lockdown. Maybe you are. But after, you know, the fourth one, there is only so much junk food someone can eat before the junk food starts tasting like nothing. Plus, it's not good for the health, right? There's only so much Netflix I can binge watch, and I've done it. Trust me, I've done it before. There's only so much Netflix I can watch before I feel like a zombie, before my spouse is talking to me and I didn't even listen, and that's not just good. So again, whether it's third, fourth lockdown, I've honestly lost count. This is a chance, if you've gotten bored because you've done all the other stuff, right? This is a chance to do something different. Give it a try. And hopefully, again, this method is simple enough and exciting enough that it's going to spark that interest for you. Now, okay. So, but you and I saw that we have some little problems here with meditation. If you're one of the ones that have tried it, and you might have found that it's not that easy. And just even if you're advanced as me, let me tell you, I was doing the blueprint just last night. It is a system, it's a framework that can take 5 minutes, and it's very specific on where to place your attention. And I've done it consistently for the past 2 years. But in step number 2, my mind started deviating and thinking about the devastating ending I watched on a TV series in Netflix. So it happens to the best. Do not worry. And I am here to give you some hope when it comes to that. Now, let me start the slides. And gotta tell you that one of the promises I've made with delivering this seminar was to give you a groundbreaking framework to offer inspiration on the often misunderstood concept of meditation. So that is what I promised. And again, I want to hear from you at the end. I know you'll some feedback if I deliver on my promise. So again, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, and we are here, share. Let me move this down. Okay, here we go. Slideshow. Okay. All right, so make sure you can see my screen. So again, the purpose of the seminar is to deliver a groundbreaking framework, something that you've never seen before. That's my hope, but I'm pretty sure you've probably seen it before somewhere else, but that it clicks for you today, and offer inspiration on the often misunderstood concept or practice of meditation. So what is meditation? How do you define meditation? Well, I went to the expert, Dr. Google, and this is what I found. Meditate. Verb, focus one's mind for a period of time in silence or with the aid of chanting for religious or spiritual purposes or as a method of relaxation. For example, I set aside time every day to write and meditate. Second definition, think deeply about something. He went off to meditate on a new idea. Third, plan mentally, consider. They had suffered severely, they began to meditate, retreat. That sounds not very grammatically correct, but okay. So here are some great definitions. One of them hints at relaxation, another one at religious or spiritual practices, chanting. And here we also have a hint to writing, so journaling. Journaling is indeed a form of meditation. It's a personal conversation with yourself. But I have to be, and oh yeah, these are very intellectual conversations. I have here one of my favorite characters, Einstein. To be honest with you, those definitions, they don't inspire me. They do not inspire me to meditate. If I was you and I was reading those definitions, I would say, you know what, I'm better off watching some Netflix. So let me expand on this definition of meditation. Meditation made cool for you. It is an altered state of consciousness, meaning when you are at work when you're talking to someone, you are using your conscious mind. And the conscious mind is it does a lot of work, but it is usually 10% of your brain capacity, of your mind's capacity. So meditation, it's an expansive state, hence entering an altered state of consciousness. Another example of that is sleeping. Another example of that is self-hypnosis, which is going to come up. But self-hypnosis, hypnosis might have a tricky connotation. Hypnosis is simply a moment where all your attention is centered on one thing. So watching TV, scrolling through social media, or having a very profound, in-depth conversation with one person are also altered state of consciousness. So you could say you are meditating a lot during the day, but you are not conscious of it unless you say, I'm consciously meditating. Okay, it is a strategy to reprogram your three-dimensional reality. So three-dimensional reality, time, space, matter, how much money I have in the bank, the relationship I currently have, the job, things like that, things you have. So just like in the Matrix, like Neo can reprogram reality, meditation, when done consciously and purposely, has the power to reprogram your three-dimensional reality. It is a form of self-knowledge. And that's what I think is definition that is missing. It is a time spent with yourself, by yourself, and for yourself. Hence, journaling is a form of meditation. And if you like to journal, you might have noticed that sometimes it's a very, not a good emotional day. You sit down in your journal and you start on a low note, but you process emotions and thoughts and you purge. And at the end of when you close your journal, you're feeling a little bit better or you're crying. But that counts as self-knowledge. That counts as processing emotions. So again, very important definition that I don't think has been given its honor when it comes to meditation. It's a form of self-knowledge. It's almost like if you have decided to learn a new language or play an instrument. Those are great examples. And even training, if you start a new job and you go through training, you have to give yourself time. Your new boss is not going to expect you to know everything you need to do or know at the first day. If you are learning an instrument, it's going to take time. If you're learning a new language, you have to be patient. Those count as form of self-knowledge and increased knowledge. It is meditation is also a discipline to attract what you most want in your life and so much more. Here's the thing. When you are running around your life, distracted and overwhelmed and bombarded by noise from the news, from the radio, from the social media, from the people you interact at work or in your neighborhood, you can't hear yourself. When you can't hear yourself, you're not paying attention to the things that truly matter in your heart for yourself and for your loved ones. Anytime you meditate, and we're going to talk about, we have the blueprint and there are some other examples of meditation like journaling. You listen to yourself. And when you listen to yourself, what matters to you expands. And by law of attraction or harmonic resonance, then the universe around you starts putting those things that are in resonance with you closer to you. Is meditation becoming more cool? Hopefully it is. These are great reasons to continue on your quest, in your interest. And it is also an energy protection spell, in the way that the more time you spend with yourself, your own energy, your values, what matters to you, what you stand for in this life, for your loved ones, the energy that is not in resonance with you will get further and further and further away. That is why it's important to meditate, spend time with yourself. That's the core of the definition. Now this looks even cooler, right? Now we have a super cool Einstein with a third eye here looking at the universe. So I think meditation just got a little bit cooler with those definitions. All right. Is it fun? Well, I am thinking that for some people, throwing darts or playing soccer or playing, Nintendo games, Nintendo is or computer games. It's super fun. And for others, it is not. So there is, in fact, a bit of a personal taste in this. Oh, I just thought of a tip. If you do not think, generally speaking, or do not enjoy meditation, but you know it has benefits, I'm going to give you an idea. Did you know that if you put your favorite song and you close your eyes and just feel the music, and if you feel inspired, just move your body a little bit. Did you know that is a form of meditation? Yes. So give that a try. Give that a try and see how you feel. Is that fun? I think so. Once in a while, it's really good to do. Is meditation easy? It depends. Just like anything, I think learning something new is not easy. If there is inspiration and excitement, it makes it easy. And I think anybody can make it easy. And again, the purpose of the blueprint is that you find this one method that is logical and easy for you to execute. Is it logical? Actually, it's far from logical. Meditation is far from logical because it relates to the infinite world. Like I said, anytime you close your eyes, your mind opens to the concept of infinity, which generally speaking is very hard to grasp for a human conscious mind. And it is so easy to get lost. But my goal with the blueprint, with this blueprint that I created, is to give you it's 3 anchor points, and I believe it's 7 steps. 7 steps is a lot, but my goal was to make it logical for you so that you had a map on and knowing where to go in that infinite universe that is of meditation. Okay, so what is all the hype about when it comes to meditation? Again, I'm not telling you anything new. Maybe right now it clicks differently. Just tap into yourself, see what you need, see what you want to take away from this. And let me read this through you. Reduces mental, emotional, and physical pain. Yes, meditation does that. And that it does it by means of conscious association. So the opposite of conscious association is unconscious dissociation. Dissociation is not feeling your body, not feeling yourself. And it usually happens because of trauma. That's how it is presented as a piece of information for us, the general public. But I know that a busy day at work, a demanding day at home, where you're thinking of everybody else and all the things you got to do, dissociates you from your body. So it doesn't take a traumatic event. It happens every day, especially with the amount of stress you and I are exposed to on a daily basis. So when you meditate, whether it's 30 seconds repeating a phrase, whether it's 3 minutes with your favorite song, or whether it's with the grounding blueprint, you come back into your body and listen to yourself. That is conscious association. And yes, because it shuts down all the noise from outside of you, it reduces mental, emotional, and physical pain. Next one here, reduces stress. Again, you're shutting out the noise and you're giving your mind and your heart a space of time. It doesn't matter if it's 30 seconds. If you tap into those 30 seconds powerfully and consciously, the benefits of those 30 seconds can expand to the whole day. That's how that's how powerful a good purposeful meditation is. So as a reduce of stress reduction, and I know this could be very useful in this for many of us here, you can experience desired weight loss or desired weight gain. You can, let me go to the screen, improved sleep, digestion, and enhanced productivity. Again, it's important for me to stress desired weight loss, desired weight gain, because this is you being in command and control of your energy and in communication with your body, which is your vessel, which is the vehicle that allows you to live this life and live it powerfully. What's all the hype about meditation? It improves interpersonal relationships. Why? Because if you are a calmer person, if you feel more at peace and at ease, despite all the turmoil going around you, you're going to be nicer to the humans that you love. And I think it's very, very, very important right now. It increases energy and longevity. Again, if you're having better sleeps, reduced stress, of course, you're going to have a tad more energy. What would you do with more energy? Would you do more exercise? Would you hang out or do more phone calls to check in with your friends and your family members, see how they are, give them a smile? Would you read more books? Yes. So good energy, more energy is a good thing. And lastly, very importantly, it boosts the immune system. Sorry, I'm sneezing. Wow, that was perfectly timed. Sorry about that. Yes, everybody here, I think we could appreciate that an improved immune system, the one that protects us from getting sick. It could be very much appreciated. So why meditation? Well, why is it so hard to make a habit? It is hard if you do not understand it, if it doesn't resonate with you, and if you haven't found a way that works for you. When you do, it's easy. Number two, how do you know if you're doing it right? Let me tell you the answer from someone who has been meditating. They were like, since they were a child, who has tried many methods and has had many mentors. There is no right or wrong. The only way to do it wrong is if you do not believe in yourself. It is that easy. So if you have found a meditation in the past that works for you, that made you feel something, start with that. Take that one again. Try it tonight. Try it tomorrow. There is no right or wrong, only if you doubt yourself. What are the benefits of becoming better at it? Well, as we saw in the previous slide, those are some incredible benefits. I think it's worth it. And more than anything, because it brings calm and peace to your heart. And so we are meant to live powerful human lives. They're not too long. If you think of a human life in the concept of infinity, we're here for just a very short period of time. We got to make the best out of that time and love our human's heart. Okay, mastery starts with one simple thing. It's the simplest form of meditation. Made it super easy for you. Breathing. Breathing is the life force. If you do not breathe, you cannot continue living. I'm going to stop the share right now, and I'm going to share with you a very, very simple breathing exercise. So right there where you are, I'd like you to, so if you are seated, perfect. If you are standing up, you can do it standing up. I'd like you to put your right hand on your chest and your left hand on your abdomen or solar plexus. And now breathe in only into your chest so that you feel your right hand moving, expanding. Breathe into your chest only and exhale. If the tummy moves a little bit, that's okay. Do that again. Breathe into the chest through the nose. Expand as much as you can. Breathe out through the mouth. Good. That felt so much better. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in through the nose. Fill the space in your chest. Breathe out through the mouth. Good. Now breathe into the tummy. Breathe into the abdomen, the solar plexus. Breathe in. Breathe out. Use your abdomen muscles, your core muscles to assist in telling what that oxygen is going. Breathe in through the core. Breathe out through the core. Okay, now notice for yourself which one was easier, which one was harder. Okay, and that's just an observation. It doesn't mean anything. Now, let's play with combination number 1. You're gonna breathe in first to the tummy, then to the chest, then breathe out through the tummy, then out through the chest. So there is this experience of a wave inside of you. Let's do that again. Breathe in through the tummy, in through the chest, out through the tummy, out through the chest. Good. And now let's reverse it. In through the chest, into the tummy, out through the chest, out through the abdomen and core. One more time. You can move your body. Breathe in on the chest, in on the core, out through the chest, out through the core. Good. Now, I forgot to ask you to close your eyes. When you close your eyes, you pay better attention to your inner world. That's what meditation is about. This is the simplest form of meditation. Now, this is not the blueprint. We're going to step on to the blueprint. I'm going to share my screen again for you. Okay. Good job. Good job. You got it. You know how to meditate. All right. Now, what is the blueprint? The blueprint is an imagination map. It relates to the coordinates of who you are beyond the three-dimensional reality. So this line here represents time, space, matter. Three-dimensional reality moves horizontally. For example, if you have to drive to the grocery store, you go from point A to point B, and it takes you X amount of time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You get groceries, you go to get groceries, you come back. That is the three-dimensional world, and it's limited. And if you are in a lockdown right now, you know how limited that can be. Now, I'd like you to pay attention to your vertical coordinates. Those are infinite, but it starts with you right here in the center. Step number 1 is being present in the here and now. Not thinking about what you have to do tonight for dinner, not thinking about that troublesome conversation you had over the phone yesterday. Be present here now. And that can simply happen by closing your eyes and playing with that breathing wave. Or it can also be by saying, I am here present in the now. So you can choose your magic words, but requirement number 1, being consciously associated in the here and now. That could be very easy for you, or it could be tricky because the mind, if it's used to jumping to attending other things, past, present, future, other people, it's going to take some practice. It's going to take some practice. But practice, if you can tap into it for 10 seconds, you got it. That's how you start building your presence muscle. Okay, number 2. With closing your eyes, and you can do it here as I am running you through the blueprint. If you're sitting or if you're standing, sit comfortably, be comfortable, close your eyes. And I'd like you to pay attention to the place of your body that is in contact with the surface that is supporting you. That can be a chair, that can be your glutes, your legs in the chair, that can be your hands touching your thighs or touching the armchair. And it can also be your feet. So if you can place your feet in a surface where you can feel the contact of that surface with the floor. And now feel that for a moment. And here is where you can use your imagination to imagine you are like a tree and you grow roots into the ground. However you grow them is perfectly, whether you imagine, whether you can see, or you're just repeating the words, I am growing roots through my feet, or if you hear sounds, however you do it is perfectly, grow those roots, anchor yourself strongly to the ground. And now take a deep breath. And any form of energy or tightness or tension in your mind or your body you don't want, exhale, whew, and let it flow out. Let it flow out through your breath, push it out through the roots, let it go somewhere else where it's needed, because energy doesn't get destroyed. It gets transferred, it gets transformed. Maybe someone else needs that type of energy, but you are ready to access a higher vibration, a nicer energy. Good. Take another deep breath and exhale, and just clear any tension, any tightness you don't want. Breathing also biologically enhances so many functions in your body. Now, step number 3. You can use your imagination. You can say the words. However you do it is perfectly. I want you to imagine that you travel down to the center of the earth. That's right. Use your imagination. Look down and go down through the layers of the earth, or simply by saying, I am now traveling to the center of the earth. In there, we are acknowledging the energy, the force of life anchor 1. The earth, archetypically and metaphorically, is a mother. It is a life giver. It sustains life. So for a moment, ponder upon that concept. And if you can see something, if you have your eyes closed and you can see the center of the earth, if you can feel the center of the earth, just gather that energy around you. And for a moment, sit with it. It's a motherly, nurturing energy. Good. Now, bring your attention back up to where your body is in the here and now, in the time space, and bring back that energy from the earth. Breathe it in and let it expand through your body. That is step number 3. Now, move your attention to the top of your head, to the crown of the head. And imagine you open a space there. It could be in the form of a lotus flower, in the form of a geometrical shape. And you direct your energy to life anchor number 2, the sun, the life giver. Without the sun shining its rays on us, giving the energy for life. Life is not possible on this planet. So we need Mother Earth and Father Sun. Metaphorically speaking, archetypically, it is a fatherly, loving figure. Allow the light. You can envision a ray of light entering, filling you, warming you. And as you sense that light in your body, make it shine brighter. Make it shine brighter. Gather all that light inside of you. Good. Step number 5, bring the light in there. Good. Step number 6, from the center of your heart, push that light outside of you, about 3 meters all around you. So let that light become your protective shield or your loving shield. If you know of someone right now, a friend or a family member that needs a bit of light, you can send them a bubble of light from your heart. So just do that now. Push out that small bubble of light and send it their way. You're sending them energy. You're sending them good, positive thoughts, best wishes, love. Good. Lastly, you can do so by placing your hands on your hearts, by placing them together, or simply saying in your own, inside your head or out loud, thank you for, and you can use anything you want after that statement. Thank you for this light. Thank you for this time. I thank myself for putting me here in this seminar because I learned a couple of things. Just thank yourself for something. Just do a thank you acknowledgement. Good. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes if you had them closed. And welcome back into the room, here in your room, me in my room. And just take a look. That's the blueprint. That is the grounding blueprint. It's simple. All right. The promises here. It requires a minimum time commitment, 3 to 10 minutes. It can also be personalized into a longer time frame if desired. And it allows the participant to release physical, emotional, and mental tension. It gives meditation a new meaning, and it allows those who have lost interest due to lack of progress or boredom to find excitement again. So this requires a bit of coaching, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to get in touch with me if this resonated with you. And if no, just let the part of your mind that can squeeze something out of the seminar stay with you. And I'm sure it's going to be useful in some time later on. And it allows the participant to answer the question, how to know if I'm meditating right? Well, I think you have the answer now. So I have here a screen of big, again, as an expert meditator, although I'm always learning and humbled anytime I do so, and I meet new people that share their methods with me. A meditation coach as well. Here are my 5 takeaways. So please screenshot this piece. We're finishing this seminar with this, so we can hand out the books. Number 1, meditate in the position that is easiest for you. If you are standing and your back hurts, you're going to get distracted. Lay down. If you lay down and you fall asleep, that's kind of like, okay, your mind has taken over. But if you find that sitting, you can stay focused and finish your meditations, go for it. Meditate for the length of time that's perfect for you. Number 3, meditate in the type of or style that works best for you. It can be affirmations. It can be a workout, as long as you're paying attention how your body feels when it stretches and squeezes. Breathing, visualization, staring at a candle, journaling, all of those are forms of meditation. For the above to work, you have to experiment it. So pick something and at least do it consistently for 7 days before you decide if it's for you or not. That's what I ask my students of the blueprint, 7 days. And the interesting thing is that by the 3rd day, they're starting to have visions in their blueprints. So that's amazing. You just need to stick with it and explore it. It's like finding the right husband, partner. You do not marry the first one. You have to go out on several dates. And I have an audio file, which I can share with you. I'm going to try to put it on the chat as we do the book giveaways, but use the audio for the next 7 days. Then use your imagination and do it on your own. Those are my recommendations.